This is the actual motorcycle that was used in the Isle of Man TT race, and with this motorcycle Suzuki won its first international race. Good morning people, it's 9 in the morning and we are in Hamamatsu. It's our second day here. We are on our way to pick up our motorbikes from this free parking spot we found just 3 minutes away from our hotel. And as you might remember from our previous video, Hamamatsu is a city with a huge motorcycling heritage, home to Honda, Yamaha and of course Suzuki. Well, today we're gonna be heading to the Suzuki History Museum, which is an awesome spot dedicated to showcasing Suzuki's legacy in the world of motorcycles. And if I'm not mistaken, it also houses the world's largest collection of Suzuki's motorcycles. That is pretty cool, and we are very excited.
Woohoo! Let's go!
Go cross! This is where we left our motorbikes. Kaito's motorbike and my motorbike. Can you believe all of this place here is free for motorbikes? We haven't seen any other place like this so far. Good morning, beautiful. There's something we completely forgot to tell you guys about, and it's the fact that we gave both of our bikes names. My bike here, I'm naming Samurai. I got this custom-made stickers for the bike, Samurai over here, and Samurai also on this side, plus some oriandkaito stickers as well here, and got the Samurai mark as well over here. Kaito's bike also got a name. It's called Jipangu. There's one sticker over here. And a couple others right here, plus the oriandkaito stickers as well. Well, our bikes are ready and just need to put on my jacket and we're ready to go. We stayed at this hotel, Centurion Hotel Hamamatsu, and it's located actually downtown Hamamatsu. So now that we're gonna be going to the Suzuki History Museum, it's gonna be only about a 15-minute ride there. We're very close. Oh, yeah. Hamamatsu seems to be a pretty big city. It is actually pretty rare that a city has sidewalks that large. I think I've only seen that in Fukuoka and maybe Tokyo, several parts of Tokyo, but nowhere else in Japan, I guess. There seems to be some traffic here. What happened? Oh, I think there was an accident here. Hope everyone's okay. What happened here? There doesn't seem to be a crash, but something definitely happened there. Suzuki! That must be it. Oh, Suzuki on the right as well. This place is also huge. Suzuki Plaza here. Oh yes, there's covered parking. Oh, our bikes won't be grilling in the sun today. We made it to Suzuki Plaza. Let's go. Hayabusa, first thing. This is a pretty cool motorcycle. Will this be my next motorcycle? the Katana motorcycle from 1982 and 2019. Wow. 1982, 42-year-old motorcycle. And this is the most recent one. Look at that logo there. I gotta say, I prefer the older model. And this is not something I usually say. I usually prefer the modern model. But this time, I gotta go with the older one. The Vistron motorbikes are very, very famous right now in Japan. Another cool motorbike. It participated at the Paris-Dakar Rally. Wow, this is from 1991, this motorbike. They have these pretty cool cargo motorbikes right here. And of course, they are electric. You gotta see this mini car from Suzuki. It's called the Suzuki Go. Normally you sit here and I don't know exactly how you're supposed to drive this thing. This is the concept. You just move around on this tiny car. These bikes over here are all the bikes that were used at several MotoGP races. For instance, this one was used in the 2020 MotoGP race. And these are motorbikes from the year 2000. This one is from 1982. Look at that. And this one is from 1980. Wow. Bikes have definitely come a long way. This one is from 1981. I actually love this kind of motorbike here. I think you only see this in Japan. I'm not sure. Please let me know if you have seen this anywhere else. But this is mainly used here in Japan by the elderly to go grocery shopping and just to move around their neighborhood. I think it's super, super convenient. This is a genius idea, genius solution to help the elderly move around. It's electric and it has, look at this, all this space here for your groceries, some extra space here as well. What's the maximum speed of this? Eh? This is the maximum speed, you guys. It reaches 6 kilometers an hour. Really? I thought it was faster, but well, 6 kilometers an hour, yeah. It's built for the elderly just to move safely around. We're now gonna be heading to the second floor. Probably there's a little bit of history about the company, how it came to be what it is nowadays. Suzuki craftsmanship, development, manufacturing, and on to the customer. Well, this just shows a little bit of how they start designing a vehicle, how they shape the design, the engineering, and finally the testing.
First of all, we start with an initial sketch of the exterior. Then the colouring is adjusted little by little.
It all starts with a handwritten sketch. The cutout, the Vistron engine cutout. I had no idea that actually Suzuki built a clay model, like a real size model of both their cars and motorcycles before actually going out and building out the real motorcycle and the real car model, just to do a final check of the whole car and of the whole motorcycle. That is insane. I had no idea they did that. This is what the clay model looks like. Oh, I didn't know Suzuki had this kind of cars. This is a prototype. It has this antique vibe, but the design is somewhere in the middle between antique and modern, I would say. Oh wow, so this engine actually has the capacity to collect microplastics while running. I mean, what I like so far about this place is that it's very, very interactive. Like, you know, yesterday we visited the Yamaha whole collection, and basically it's that, you know, just a collection of the Yamaha motorcycle. But this place so far, it has impressed me because you get to see actually how the motorcycles are built, the technology they are using, and it's very, very interactive, as you just saw there. Just got a little souvenir from here. So from these tiny pieces of plastics, they make these it's closed, this plastic car. Suzuki did not start it as a company who manufactures vehicles in general, but instead they started with these machines you see right behind me, these loom to weave clothes, and in 1953 they developed their first ever motorbike. This is a 60cc engine motorbike. Well, now we're heading to the third and final floor, I think. On this third floor, you find everything that's related with the history of the company, of how they came to be what they are nowadays. It seems we've made it to the collection of Suzuki motorcycles. Look at this. This was a motorbike slash bicycle. It says bicycle. It was built in 1952 and it's a 36cc engine. And at that time, this motorbike went for 25,000 yen. And the starting salary in 1952 was 6,500 yen. This motorized bicycle here was built in 1953, and at that time there was a race to go up Mount Fuji on the motorbikes, and actually this motorized bicycle here won first place on the race. That's pretty incredible. Wish we could still go up Mount Fuji on the bikes. Just a year later, it went from this to this. This has already like the shape and the design of a real motorbike. It's not a motorized bicycle, but already a motorcycle. 4-stroke, 90cc engine, air-cooled engine. You gotta listen to this story because it is unbelievable. There's actually some adventurous, very, very adventurous brothers who in 1956 went on a trip around the world using this motorbike right here. They started in Bangkok, they visited 32 countries, and they arrived in Paris after having traveled for 47,000 kilometers in the space of 2 years. I mean, that is absolutely incredible. And this is the motorbike they used to do that, the real deal. Look how the crash bars used to be made. Wow.
Incroyable. Ça continue à me donner des frissons. Incroyable.
This is a cool moped. I like this one. I like this motorbike. It's pretty interesting to see that from 1959 they started using the Suzuki logo, the Suzuki mark on all the motorbikes. Before that, you don't see it. This one is the model from 1959, and as you can see, it has the Suzuki mark on it. 1959, different model, Suzuki mark. 1962, and then you start seeing the Suzuki mark on all these motorbikes here. This is the actual motorcycle that was used in the Isle of Man TT race from 1962. And with this motorcycle, Suzuki won its first international race. This model here is actually the world's first two-cycle twin-cylinder 500cc engine motorcycle. It was developed in 1968, and 2 years later, in 1970, the starting salary was 36,000 yen, and the price of the motorbike was 268,000 yen. The Suzuki Jimny is actually a very popular model nowadays, and this was actually their first ever model. Suzuki TS90 Hustle, the first Suzuki off-road model. Katana 1981, and look how beautiful this motorcycle is, how well restored it is. I gotta say, it's impressive how Suzuki managed to restore all these motorcycles. I mean, it's just incredible. They literally look brand new, and these are pretty old motorcycle. It's amazing the job they do with these motorbikes. Last but not least, we got all the Mopeds motorbikes from Suzuki. Elton John signed this car, look at that. Genuine autograph.
いや、よかった。鈴木のこの歴史観はバイクのことだけじゃなくて、本当に車のこととかもすごい分かりやすく説明してましたね。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございました。はい。鈴木の博物館、もう前の動画でお見せしたヤマハのヤマハコミュニケーションプラザもそうですが、あれだけバイクをきれいにレストアするってすごい技術ですよね。いや、プロは本当にすごい。そしてああいった形で最初はね、自転車にモーターがついてる、エンジンがついてるだけのものからどんどん、 それが、4気筒のバイクになってどんどんでかく、そしてかっこよくなっていくっていうのがまた魅力的ですね。そのどういった経緯を得て、こう少しずつ年々バージョンアップされていって、いろんなモディフィケーションがされて、どんどんバイクが今のバイクに至るその経緯を見れるっていうのは面白かったです。皆さん浜松に来たらぜひヤマハスズキ訪れてみてください。おすすめですよ。
The Suzuki Plaza was absolutely, it's stunning. It's definitely a place worth visiting if you are a motorcycle lover, but if you're a parent with kids also, it's the ideal place to spend a whole day. Right now we're making our way to Shizuoka City. It's about 100 kilometers from here to there, and it's gonna take us about 2 hours. We're gonna be heading towards Shizuoka because the next thing we wanna visit is Mount Fuji, the famous Mount Fuji, you guys. But I don't think we're gonna be able to see it today, so probably we'll be riding towards Mount Fuji tomorrow. We are arriving in the city of Shizuoka, and this place is huge. Look at how many houses there are over there. So many of them. We haven't been able to see Mount Fuji so far, so I think it's gonna be tomorrow. Tomorrow for sure we're gonna see it. Our hotel should be somewhere around here. I think it's this one, Hotel Plaza Inn. Well, we made it. This is actually what they call here in Japan a love hotel, which is basically a motel. And we find this type of hotels super convenient because they are really affordable. The rooms are spacious, and you always got a parking space for your bikes, which is often quite difficult when you're staying at a regular hotel. You actually have to pay extra for the motorbikes. So this is super convenient for us, and they're basically all over the country. We made it to our hotel room for tonight, and this room is honestly everything we need and super affordable. We paid 6,000 yen for the both of us, which is great. It includes breakfast tomorrow and apparently a couple of free desserts tonight. Awesome. Well, let me show you around. We have here our bed, which is kind of a queen size bed, I would say. We got a TV, a massage chair, that sofa, table here. We even have a tiny fridge, microwave. Over here we have a mirror and the shower over here. Look at that. And the toilet, it's right here. There's so much space here. Awesome, because this room is gonna turn into an explosion in a couple of minutes. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Suzuki motorcycle adventure. And all the way here to Shizuoka City. And tomorrow we're gonna be riding along Mount Fuji. We're gonna see some stunning views. Hopefully the day's not gonna be cloudy.
That's true.
But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe down below to keep on following our adventures. See you in the next video. Ciao!